What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with game number 2 between Rox.Kis on the Dire and Team Dignitas on the Radiant. Dignitas did take game number 1. Rox.Kis ran a Warlock pick against Team Dignitas' Wisp as well as CK. And ultimately Team Dignitas, although it looked a little bit rough for them in the early mid-game, they ultimately did pull it out with a very, very stacked Nature's Prophet. I mean incredibly stacked Nature's Prophet, as well as a CK who had Wisp support. And then at that point, Rox.Kis simply did not have enough durability on all their heroes in order to survive the onslaught of damage. So here's hoping that they will be able to pull it back, or else they will be down 2-0, and Team Dignitas will take the set. Rox.Kis is going to open up with the Darkseer, not really a surprising pick. Team Dignitas going to respond immediately with the Lone Druid as well as the Lifestealer. So already two really hard-hitting heroes on the Team Dignitas side. Most likely it is going to be Lifestealer on a safe lane, Lone Druid. Probably going to go to that top lane and just try to survive there, do some bear pulling. And Lifestealer will be up against the Darkseer in the lane, although Darkseer, of course, does have that option to jungle, which could be mirrored by the Lone Druid. And in that case, I'm pretty sure the Darkseer does farm in the jungle a little bit faster than the Lone Druid. I haven't really tested it. I don't really jungle either of those heroes anymore, so not exactly sure how fast either of those heroes jungle. But Lone Druid, his jungling is extremely safe because his bear tanks all of the damage, but it's also on the slow side. So yeah, the Lone Druid can do it, but generally if you can lane, then it's encouraged that you do so. Rox.Kis going to go with the Darkseer as well as the Gyrocopter. It's probably going to be their primary hard farmer. They're also going to go for the Shadow Demon, so Rox.Kis is going to have a lot of illusions on their side. If they get friendly disruption, or if they get enemy disruption, maybe not against the Lone Druid, but disruption against the Lifestealer or the Gyro, going to be a solid amount of illusions going to be happening around the Rox.Kis side. But Team Dignitas, they now do have a good amount of clearing, and Team Dignitas with their 3 picks, they have one hero for each lane, which is generally what we see. It's not too uncommon to see a hero being picked up for every single lane with your first 3 picks. What is a little bit uncommon is the fact that Team Dignitas' side are incredibly tanky. Oh my god, they're tanky. Every single one can put out a good amount of damage, and every single one can take just as much, if not more, of the damage that they put out. Magnus as well as the Lifestealer or Lone Druid, really, that Empower will work very well on either of those heroes. And of course, when you factor in that reverse polarity as well as the Skewer/Blink initiation with the Lifestealer bomb, it's going to be really dangerous for Rox.Kis. They do have the Shadow Demon, however, so they will have tools to kind of defend against that, assuming the Shadow Demon is really quick with his hands. So Team Dignitas will be looking for 2 more support heroes, whereas Rox.Kis already have picked up 1 support hero in the Shadow Demon, 1 guaranteed support, I should say. The Gyrocopter can be played as support as well, but most likely it's going to be that hard farmer, because you really need a lot of damage to go up against Team Dignitas right now. Either that, or they could go really, really aggressive in the early mid, pick up something like a mid lane as well as another support, go for something like the Shrek as well as a Queen of Pain or a Puck or something like that. I'm actually surprised that Puck hasn't been picked up thus far in this game. Generally, Puck is, as of late, a much favored hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Dignitas obviously favoring the Magnus in the solo mid lane. There we go. Puck ban out. But if Rox.Kis goes super early, they can't really get much pushing done with the heroes that they have right now. The heroes that they have aren't really great pushing heroes, and they themselves have banned out the Nature's Prophet. And they could take something like an Enchantress or something like that. Run an Enchantress as well as a Juggernaut, and then have the Gyrocopter solo mid. That could actually work really well. Put a lot of heat onto Team Dignitas very early on. Rox.Kis, their options are wide open. The Nature's Prophet ban mostly aimed at Way Too Sexy's performance last game. Team Dignitas is actually going to target another mid hero. It's going to be that Warlock. So they're making sure that Rox.Kis don't get a solid mid lane, because Magnus, of course, he does have that shockwave to last hit. But if you're up against a Queen of Pain, if you're up against a Puck, generally Magnus doesn't have a great time just being a melee hero, and he's going to have to rely so much on the bottle just to restore his health and keep himself healthy and stick on the lane. Whereas the other hero generally uses the bottle in order to, just keep their mana up and keep harassing the Magnus to force him out of lane. Waiting for the last ban from Rox.Kis. And they clearly want to target Team Dignitas supports, or maybe they're not too concerned about the selection from supports from Team Dignitas.
5 seconds
Team
remaining.
Dignitas, of course, have run some pretty weird strategies in the past. However, with the lineup they have right now, heroes that they could run that would be considered weird, much more restricted. Unless they want to go with something like a Treant Protector, which would be awesome to see. I don't know if it would be the smartest decision in the world. But Alchemist is going to be the ban from Team Dignitas, prepping for Rox.Kis with that for that gyrocopter to go into the mid lane. And Rox.Kis, they can't get that Alchemist now, but they do have the option still of laning the gyrocopter in a carry role, which is going to be okay for them. I mean, gyrocopters in a carry role has been seen very often. Team Dignitas, I mean, they still have a lot of bulk, and really the support heroes, they're not going to be able to get their hands on the Rubik, which would have been a pretty good pickup. But still, the support hero pool is always wide open. No matter really who you ban, there's always going to be an option for you. So Rox.Kis, what's it going to be? It's going to be that Leshrac, as I said before. They still would like a mid lane. They can run Gyrocopter there. Jakiro is going to be the instant response from Team Dignitas. Leshrac, Shadow Demon, Gyrocopter. That's a very intense kill lane. And an Omni Knight is actually going to be the final pickup from Rox.Kis. So, okay. I've only seen Navi as well as EG run the Omni Knight. Navi runs the Omni Knight on Puppy, and then he does some sort of pseudo jungling pulling thing. Now, with the new creep aggro, I'm not sure if that would fly anymore, which is why we probably haven't seen this hero in a while. And then EG runs him with like 4 other knights and Leshrac, and it's pretty sweet. I don't remember the last time I saw it, but I'm pretty sure it had a pretty high win rate. But the Omni Knight, I mean, the weakness of the Omni Knight is, as a support hero, is that he's melee. And whenever you have a melee support, it's like, I can't really poke the enemy hero, because then I'll get poked back and I have to run all the way in and all the way out. The Omni Knight does have a very useful heal, which will definitely help. The Repel as well as the Guardian Angel will definitely help them, especially once the reverse polarity comes down. But right now, Rox.Kis, their lanes are going to be a little bit weird. I mean, Darkseer clearly is the best one to go into that hard lane. And then is it going to be a tri-lane with Omni Knight, Leshrac, Shadow Demon? I mean, if they get a farming Omni Knight, I guess he could do a little bit of damage, or they could just go super aggressive. Shadow Demon Disruption will allow for the Omni Knight to just run in and then drop that heal bomb. Or you could even use the heal bomb on the illusion, and that'll work. Guaranteed pure damage, never a bad thing. But we'll see. We shall see. It looks like, well, I don't know, because Rox.Kis with the Omni Knight pick, you really can't be too sure with the Omni Knight. You want to play him as a support, although, I mean, I guess you could farm up Yol, although it is Yol, so he's combining a Courier right off the bat. I'm not sure. Okay, we're having a little bit of a switcheroo, and oh, okay. Well, let's go over who's playing what first. Actually, no, that's stupid. Actually, let's try Pirate Captain. I don't think I've ever done that. Biz is going to be playing the Gyrocopter for Rox.Kis. We have, what was this guy's name? I don't even remember. I casted the other game like a couple hours ago, and I can't even remember. It wasn't Dread. That was... Wait, was it? It was. It's Dread. Okay. Yeah, Dread is playing the Darkseer. Right. Solo is on the Omni Knight. Vangscore is going to be playing the Shadow Demon, and Yol is also going to be supporting as that Leshrac. On the Dignitas side, we have WTS, Way Too Sexy, on that Bane universe, heading down to the bot lane as the Lifestealer. Sneaking is going to be soloing the Magnus mid. Aoi 2000 on that Lone Druid, heading towards the top lane, although pretty sure he's just going to leave very shortly thereafter. And that leaves Fogged on that Jakiro. Now, what Rox.Kis is doing right now is they're going to lane the Omni Knight as the solo mid role. And generally, I would say, if you're going to pick an Omni Knight for solo mid, it'd be like, why the hell are you doing that? You could get a much better hero to do that. Queen of Pain was still in the pool. But this is Rox.Kis saying that we're okay with not completely crushing the mid lane. We know that the Magnus on your team is going to be soloing that mid lane. It's pretty obvious, given Dignitas' lineup, that Magnus is going to be going to that role. So the Omni Knight, he's a melee hero, as is Magnus, so there's no real range advantage there. Omni Knight will use that purification in order to really just harass the Magnus back, keep him on his toes. So Rox.Kis, they're not looking to dominate this lane, they're looking to keep even on it. And they're also, they obviously have to sacrifice the fact that they're not going to instantly win this lane unless Solo pulls out some sort of freakish miracle. But they're going to trade this in exchange for the fact that they will have an Omni Knight on their team. So it's trading the Omni Knight pickup for the lack of lane control, really. Which is really what happens whenever you pick up an Omni Knight. It's going to happen. can already see Solo not having the best time versus sneaking. Using that Purification Bomb at early levels could be a little bit costly just because of how friggin' expensive it is as far as the mana cost. Omni Knight, not the brightest penny in the hero selection pool. But he should be doing okay. Sneaking has burned through all his mana. Does have his bottle flying out, and Solo a little bit short of that of his own. In the other lanes, we do see Owie just jungling it up. Wow, that bear actually took a ton of damage, even with Fogs helping out. Owie is struggling a little bit in the jungle, starting off at the hard camp though. Ball is steel on this bear. And Way Too Sexy, of course, is just handling the pulling for Universe farming on the bot lane top, as well as the bottom area. Going to be really relatively tame until what the hell are you doing here, Shadow Demon? I don't understand. Disruption's going to save him, which is actually a pretty good play, but he's going to run straight into the creep wave and into sneaking. I don't know what this guy was thinking. I don't know what the plan was, because I don't even, guys. I simply don't even. I mean, why would anyone be here? I guess if he was with, like, Leshrac, then it would kind of make sense, because it would be like, hey, I'm just going to go and look for an early kill with possibly a level 2 Edict, or level 1 Edict, level 2 on the Leshrac. But he was all alone. He wasn't even warding. I mean, very, very questionable decision by this Shadow Demon. Not sure if that was the best choice for him. Solo, though, going to get wrapped around by sneaking. He's going to get blocked a little bit, though, so he should know what's up. And the Magnetar reveals himself, so he definitely knows what's up. Yeah, both teams just jungling as well as farming their respective lanes. Dread eating a couple of shots from those creeps with double Ion Shell. He'll be able to get a good amount of gold from that. Level 4, Darkseer definitely a much faster jungler, as I said before, than the Lone Druid, although Lone Druid is definitely a lot safer jungler. You can see he's definitely at full HP. Bear struggling just a little bit, but he does have that resummon. Whereas Dread is pretty messed up in the jungle. Bears do hurt a lot. In case you didn't know, this just in, Bears hurt. So we're going to keep our eyes in the mid lane, because no action is going to happen anywhere else until the Shadow Demon decides to go and get himself caught again. That isn't even getting yourself caught. That's like serving yourself on a silver platter. There's really no other way to put that. But Solo, as well as sneaking, is going to be duking out in the mid lane. Solo actually does have the creep kill advantage. Repel, I'm not sure how useful that's going to be unless sneaking, gets a little bit of support. Solo could just pop the repel and then try to run away. But of course, they do have that reverse polarity. They will have that reverse polarity, as well as that entangled, kind of, and the Fiend's Grip to kind of deal with that. So early BKB, I mean early mana-based BKB, I suppose, is nice and everything, but it's not as nice because Team Dignitas do have that Bane as their final pickup. We'll get a good amount of lockdown through the usage of that Fiend's Grip on whoever is going to be repelled, which most likely is going to be the Gyrocopter. Could also be the Leshrac. He's level 3 with level 2 on the Edict. He's going to make for a push on this top lane. Fortification should pop off, as it does. Putting a BKB on the Leshrac is going to be very useful, even though Team Dignitas have a good amount of physical damage to kind of just burn through the weak hero, the Leshrac, anyway. Just having that will save him from that Ice Path. Will save him from the Brain Sap, and that's a lot of damage, a lot of lockdown that y'all won't have to worry about, so we can just sit in the middle of everything with the Diabolic Edict. Of course, Biz can do the same thing. He will have that right click factored in, but Solo, what I'm trying to say is that Solo has options for who he wants to repel. Push on the top lane continues, and Leshrac with that level 2 Edict will tear down that tower. And of course, it will mean that Fogged as well as Owie will find some free space on this top lane to farm. Owie definitely needs it, level 3 on him versus the level 5 of the Darkseer. Did I say that I don't know who jungles faster, Darkseer or Lone Druid? I meant to say I don't know who jungles better. Because Darkseer was pretty roughed up, and rotation from Dignitas could have killed him off easily. That's what I meant, guys. That's definitely what I meant. But now Owie's just going to be last hitting under the tower, or trying to last hit under the tower, assuming Biz doesn't get too much in the way. But he'll be getting some levels there. Solo still fighting 1-on-1 versus sneaking. 25 versus 4 versus 25 to 7. So yeah, Rox.Kis definitely not dominating this lane by any means with this Omni Knight, as they could have. You could make picks to make sure the Magnus's life is a living hell. But Solo just isn't that pick. Using the heal bomb very effectively, forcing out Sneaking's usage of bottle for his own health. And you can see he's going to throw a shockwave, chug a bottle charge, and he's going to be okay. That Purification definitely is an expensive spell compared to this 90 mana of shockwave. Sneaking can spam that out a lot more. thing is, he's going to be spamming it into the health pool of the Omni Knight. And now that he has Arcane Boots, the purifications will not stop. Although Arcane Boots still on the Magnus, so these nukes will be flying left and right. Although every nuke that Sneaking throws is going to be just healed up by Solo. Sneaking, going to go strong on Solo a little bit. Now he's going to go for double damage rune. That'll help solidify the Omni Knight's role in the lane. And I'm talking up the Omni Knight a lot, mostly just because it is a pick that I don't see all that often. I know we've seen Magnus mid for about like 2 million times, I think, maybe 2,500,000. So yeah, Magnus in the mid lane, not really too spectacular, more focused on this Omni Knight. Because who doesn't love an Omni Knight? Oh, Solo gonna get hit by a reverse polarity, way too sexy with Brain Sap, as well as the Ice Path from Fogged. Even Owie joining in on that fight. But it's Jakiro in the end who picks up the Omni Knight kill. Rox.Kis down 2-0 very early on in this game, actually. 6 minutes not too early on, but still being down 2-0. Not exactly the best situation. Way too sexy through his pulling. He's actually found himself a level 5. One assist helping out a little bit on top of that, but just good pulling, good creep control from Way too sexy, getting him as close as he can to his level 6. Fogged, I mean, not so much. Just kind of struggling a little bit. Was sticking with Owie for a good portion of that jungle. Now Sneaking, oh man, look at that damage onto Yol. He's moving into a Lightning Storm build. It's going to be Edict as well as Storm, I guess. Generally with Leshrac, you do have the option of going for a very varied skill build. But wow, Sneaking, saving up like a whole pool of restoration near his jungle. And now Omni Knight has returned to the mid lane. Level 7 on him versus the level 7 for Magnus. Of course, that Magnus's kill will put him at a little bit more of an advantage. Solo doing a pretty good job holding down this lane. Really, I'm not sure what else I can say about this lane, because you can see it playing out before your eyes. We do see now Solo moving down, possibly looking for the 8-minute rune, possibly gonna put some pressure on Universe, who has been free farming this entire time. He and Biz are staying relatively neck and neck, only 3 gold per minute difference, like 1 CS. Lifestealer with the Hand of Midas is going to be farming a lot faster than the Gyrocopter. Really, if Team Dignitas have the better late game, and Rox.Kis, the Guardian Angel is definitely going to help. I'm pretty sure if you Guardian Angel, I'm not sure if Feast works through Guardian Angel. I know it gets blocked by BKB. I'm pretty sure it does. But Guardian Angel, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's like an on-hit effect. It doesn't actually make you. It doesn't it's not necessary that you do damage. So Universe will still be able to tank through the Guardian Angel because he'll have Feast, but he won't be able to kill anyone, of course, because Lifestealer isn't that good when everyone is immune to physical damage. Yol in a huge amount of trouble. Oh, but double TP, triple TP. They still want to go for this, however. Yol is going to get shredded down. Defensive disruption from Bankscore. Universe going to piece out of there. Way too sexy as well as Fog. Not so lucky. They do both have TP scrolls, and here comes Sneaking. You throw a Shockwave, completely whiff on everything. Way too sexy. Got to turn around for a Brain Sap. Turn around for a Brain Sap. It's not why you keep the Brain Sap. Ice Path will slow them down, but Fogged is now going to get hunted down. Surge onto the Darkseer with that Ion Shell, Dual Breath, and Fogged the juking attempts. But there are way too many heroes here. Sneaking looking for reverse polarity, not going to happen. Trying to cast it, but the call down is going to smash him, and someone is in that. That Leshrac? I think that is Leshrac. Saved from that potential reverse polarity for the Magnus, from the once again defensive disruption from the Shadow Demon. But in the end, Team Dignitas throw 3 of their lives away. Yeah, it was the Magnus coming in, the Jakiro coming in, as well as Way Too Sexy, who refused to turn around for a Brain Sap. 230 HP. Probably wouldn't have meant that he would survive, but it would have meant that Rox.Kis would have had to spend more time chasing him down. And Team Dignitas, they do have Owie, who's in the area, as well as Way Too Sexy, revived and teleported in. Rox.Kis, they're going to be more than fine to just leave. They've got what they came for. Team Dignitas decided to throw themselves deep into the Rox.Kis side of the map. And as soon as they saw those TPs, they should have bailed immediately. Going for the Yol was incredibly risky from Team Dignitas, and really, they paid for it. They definitely paid for it. Burger PC. I've never heard that before. That's pretty good. So Rox.Kis getting a couple of freebies there. But of course, that's really what they need to do. Their late game is decent, but with Team Dignitas packing 2 Hands of Midas, it's going to be really, really rough for Rox.Kis the longer they extend this game out. So right now, they have the Leshrac Shadow Demon combination. And Omni Knight's Heal Bomb, it's very intense. Like, compared to the amount of HP that all these heroes have on the map, Purification damage swing is huge. It's absolutely huge. What is that, 360? 360 heal plus damage pure. And when you cast it on Yol, that's more than half of his HP. And the longer you wait, it's going to get less effective percentage-wise. So Rox.Kis definitely have the better early game right now, especially since Biz only has 2 points in Rocket Barrage, not maxing that out, instead favoring Flat Cannon. Not really surprising there, but they do have more than enough damage, I think, with the Edict, as well as that Nuke Bomb from the Omni Knight. But if Team Dignitas just shore up, try to play a little bit defensively, and the Hands of Midas will pull through for them. Sneaking, got to get that Blink Dagger up as well. Yeah, but Universe is going to be farming. Aui's definitely going to be farming. Aui, and not so much to increase his farm as much as just stay stable in this game. Universe has already had a good amount of farm, and he's going to use that to really just snowball forward. So there's going to be gold flowing and Sneaking. I don't think Solo could kill him, although Haste Rune, probably not. Probably not. So Rox.Kis, do they have any big items coming up? Jaro does have his drums. Lifestealer, though, has Hand of Midas as well as Blades of Attack on him. Gyrocopter, Phase Boots as well as, okay, Ring of Basilius. Oh, Solo, getting entangled, instantly repelled. And, TIL, or I actually did know this, but in case you didn't know, what the L? Okay, way too sexy, as well as Lifestealer finding a pick onto Biz. Using that Fiend script, shutting down that Gyrocopter, letting Universe wail on him. My apologies for missing that one. Not exactly the third kill I missed this. It wasn't exactly the third kill I missed this game. But gotta miss a couple. Gotta miss a couple. Because otherwise, I would be good at this. God forbid. Lone Druid going for a Point of Rabid. I don't know about that. Usually, you do want synergy. Gives your bear damage, and who could say no to that? I mean, this does give you attack speed and movement speed, which is nice for utility and chasing, but really not as much. Yol gonna get repelled, save himself from that dual breath, looking for reverse polarity, gonna skewer onto Dread, forcing him to pop the Haste Rune and run away. But the tower is gonna get denied right now. Aoi was gonna get that swipe in. Solo with the Haste Rune, gonna get the heal bomb on Sneaking, huge amounts of damage. Shockwave as well as Ice Path gonna hold out Yol. Dread, though, gonna get a two-man in that vacuum. There's the lightning, not gonna kill off Sneaking just yet, though. Dread's still alive, and Fog on the edge, just constantly throwing out his spells. 9 stick charges, he will not die right here. Universe as well as Aoi, just pushing back the entirety of Rox.Kis. Fog still going aggressive for another Ice Path. Pops his magic wand, he will have another. But Rox.Kis, they do manage to take down the tower, and they don't manage to take Sneaking. So Team Dignitas could have gotten a lot worse. Team Dignitas, they don't have the damage that they need right now. The only person who's doing any sort of damage really is Fogged, as well as Way Too Sexy with that Brain Sap. But other than that, if Lifestealer can't get close, as he was unable to in that previous fight, then he really doesn't do any damage. Because everything that Team Dignitas has is physical, and they are mostly single target, the Lifestealer as well as the Lone Druid. And of course the Magnus will have that Empower and Reverse Polarity as well. Biz now going to get a ton of gold. Income galore, and really experience galore for Rox.Kis. We'll take a look at the experience charts a little bit after they finish this, but this is a lot of experience. So was that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I want to say, stacks of Ancients? Yeah, that's money in the bank right there. Hand of Midas, be damned. You don't need that if you're going to be getting Ancient stacks like that every 5 minutes. But yeah, Team Dignitas very much so a single target team, and when you're targeting single targets, then it makes it really easy for Solo. It's like, hey, who's getting their health dropped? Oh, it's that guy. Let's heal bomb. And then, well, lots of work from the Lifestealer, lots of work from the Lone Druid, completely canceled out. Magnus is almost at his Blink Dagger, however, and we do see a smoke up. Fogged, Way Too Sexy, as well as Sneaking. And Sneaking, you can tell he really wants to just get his Blink Dagger money and be done with it. Instead, they're going to go for the Gyrocopter. I'm not too sure if they have enough damage for this. Gyrocopter, how much HP do you have? 1,000 HP. Fiend Script does do some pretty good damage. And then Fog Nukes, they might have enough. Especially with, yeah, Sneaking's going to follow through as well. But Biz, with the Phase Boots and Yasha, he's going to piece on out of there. Look how fast this guy's flying. Universe in the bot lane, still farming though, has his armlet flying out towards him. He's going to go for the straight armlet build, very standard build on that Lifestealer. He could do pretty well versus the Gyrocopter. He's going to look towards a Manta Style, it looks like. Sometimes you just hold that Yasha, wait for the Manta Style till a little bit later. Manta Style will help him in case he gets entangled, in case he gets his wounds opened up. Now Solo with the regen rune. They're going to all group onto the bot lane. Rox.Kis try to go for a push. Actually prioritizing the Lightning Storm. Leshrac figured 2 points in Edict is more than enough to take down these towers. Way Sexy getting empowered. Of course, sneaking best target is that Bane, who's going to be attacking a lot in these fights. For cleave damage, no less. Solo as well as Vangscore moved into this top lane, and very, very minuscule movement from the Shoutyman. Teleport's coming back, sneaking immediately, going to take a split earth, sneaking, going to get Rocket Barrage as well. Way Sexy going to come in, Nightmare onto that Leshrac. Is he going to burn Fiend's Grip for this one, or is he going to save it for the gyro? Thinking about it. He's going to dodge a split earth, call down going to come, and Wave Sexy needs Brain Sap. You need a Brain Sap. There's Reverse Polarity, sneaking, taking a huge hit from that though, skewering Yol back into the fountain. Dual Breath will kill off him, but that's a 1-for-2 trade. Rox.Kis, I mean, Wave Sexy really likes to hold on to that Brain Sap. I don't know if the turn rate would have allowed him to get that off anyway, but still, it's Dignitas just teleporting into the grinder that is Rox.Kis. That is Biz doing the damage. Not getting any of those kills, unfortunately, for him, but still, damage being done, heroes being killed, and this tower still not safe, especially with the rest of Rox.Kis moving down to that bot lane. Team Dignitas, they really, really can't afford to use reverse polarity like that and have that Magnus teleport in versus the Leshrac. It's a very, very bold move by sneaking. That split earth, I mean, Leshrac knows what his split earth timing is. He knows it's the first TP. So it's not really going to be difficult to, just target get the time right and make sure you nuke that whoever's coming as soon as they come in. Universe on the run should be fine versus Dread, although he gets vacuumed back into possibly the gyrocopter. Now Way Sexy is here to support. They're actually going to turn around for Dread. Open wounds, forcing out a surge. It's going to hurt the Universe a little bit more in the grand scheme of things with that mana being spent. Rox.Kis managed to take down the final tier 1 tower from Team Dignitas. Team Dignitas actually have taken down a couple towers as well. Top lane, the only tower to remain for Rox.Kis. So yeah, I wanted to check on that Ancient stack. Gold earned still in favor of Rox.Kis, although not by too much. And I believe this was the Ancient stack. No, that was Team Dignitas getting it. Oh yeah, the Ancient stack was... I'm not sure where that was, but still, believe me when I say it's a lot of gold, because Biz now has a Demon Edge. The proof is in the pudding. Roshan now getting brought down. Really, Team Dignitas way too far away and way too late if they want to stop this. Biz is going to find himself a double life. It'll probably be an MKB for this gyrocopter. There's nothing that he has to really worry about true hit. Not yet, at least. But still just the straightforward damage. Gyrocopter is going to be putting out a ton of hurt. And Sneaking's reverse polarities haven't been the best. He just recently got his Blink Dagger, though, so I guess he now will have more opportunities to do so. But still, the Magnus needs to get a reverse polarity onto the Omni Knight and or the Gyrocopter. So those two heroes are going to be the ones that make or break the fights. And the Shrek, Darkseer right now, I mean, they're all very, very potent heroes. But that Omni Knight, if he gets his Guardian Angel out, then the Gyrocopter is just going to have all the time in the world to just go to town on Team Dignitas. Now we're going to see a fight on this top lane. Dread on the front lines, using that Ion Shell as well as the Vanguard that he picked up to shred down the creep wave. And everyone's going to fall back. Biz can get repelled, although he's not going to worry too much about it because Team Dignitas, they're all long gone. Biz trying to get a little bit of flat cannon damage, I guess, onto the retreating heroes, but Team Dignitas is going to play it safe. They do have the reverse polarity. I guess they're scared of the amount of farm that's on Biz, the fact that he does have essentially a BKB in his inventory. Solo with maxed out repel. If you are playing in a pub game, max out repel as well as purification, because Degen Aura is really pretty bad in the early stage. Repel is just so much better.
All wands will break.
And if you see any guides recommending you don't do this, then they're old. That was when Repel used to scale up in mana cost. I'm pretty sure that was the case. Edict as well as right click damage will bring down this tower. Team Dignitas just want to find more farm. They want to draw this out as long as they can, sneaking with the Blink Dagger as well as the Invisibility Rune. Not going to find anyone. Everyone just teleporting away, surging away. He does have Lifestealer inside of him. He could go for Yol as well as Dread. He's still chasing. He will see them. Has spotted them. Is he going to go for Dread? It's going to be difficult. They have to use their RP if they want to go for this Darkseer. There's the Infest out. Skewer. There's the reverse polarity. Darkseer should be brought down. Surge, though. He's going to get away. Skewer missing. And a two-man split earth from Yol. Dignitas' best efforts have been thwarted by the overall tankiness of the Darkseer. Vanguard will help you survive in those cases. You will hear a lot of shit from people that they say Vanguard is bad because doesn't help your team or anything. It Tranquil Boots does its job with survivability, stuff like that. But in that situation, Vanguard really pulling through for the Darkseer. Now Rox.Kis going to push their early game advantage. Going to continue grinding down that tower. It looks like Owie's actually gone for a Radiance. 20 minutes in, not too bad, but the bear is going to die, so looks like your Radiance hasn't been put to great use. He does have a resummon, but this tower is not long for life. Dignitas looking to make a trade right now. It's a little bit more gold for Universe. They're still not too comfortable with fighting. Looks like it's going to be a Lightning Hammer for Lifestealer, actually. Get a little bit of magical damage on the board. More cleave damage. Now pushing that high ground. Biz has that BKB constantly up with that repel. He's going for crit, actually. Biz is going to be hitting hard. Y'all going to get a stun onto that Spirit Bear. Ice Path not getting anything, but the Spirit Bear with the curse on it can take a ton of damage. Drop down all the way to 300 HP. They have to heal this bear up. They cannot afford to lose this Radiance right now. Howie needs this bear. Dignitas needs the bear. Everyone from Rox.Kis going to fall back, but they took a tier 2 tower. They put a lot of hurt onto their tier 3 as well. Most likely their objective is going to be that bot lane. They do still have the Aegis onto the Gyrocopter. Is going to be up there for another 3 or so minutes. So you want to use that Aegis. That means pushing almost suicidally down that bottom lane, although the tier 2 tower should be an easy target for them. You even see Medallion up on the Shadow Demon. It's not exactly an expensive item, but just helping the Gyrocopter single target focus people down. Roshan especially, that'll help. Universe does have his Maelstrom, so now the Lifestealer is doing some pretty good damage, especially with a level 1 in power. And of course, when he gets level 4 in power, it'll do that much more. The Universe will put out a substantial amount of hurt, so right now I think Team Dignitas, they've been avoiding fights for 20 minutes in this game, except for this gank that they wanted to take up here. But they've been avoiding the fights, but right now, I feel like they could definitely start taking fights. It might not go that great for them. Solo now does have a Force Staff after a Naked Vit booster. Biz is incredibly stacked, does have his Daedalus flying out to him right now. He should. Yes, he does. Really, the items for Team Dignitas don't really reflect those of Rox.Kis, because all their farm focused on these two heroes, being Owie as well as Universe. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but if they get locked down, then everything that they had is lost. Everyone is top lane and teleport out. Right now, Universe as well as Owie, they can put on a substantial amount of damage onto Rox.Kis. So they won't be too adverse to fighting right now, and with Rox.Kis the way they're playing, just pushing down tier 2s and then tier 3s, Dignitas, they're going to be forced into a fight soon enough. Once they take that, it's going to be the single target that's really going to be a difficulty for Dignitas. Going for this Maelstrom, not sure if that was the best idea. I mean, I guess the idea is I have to counter this Omni Knight somehow, and if I can't hit them with when Guardian Angel is up, I might as well hit them with the Lightning Hammer. Just keep on hitting them, might get some lightning procs, might do some magic damage. But then, the problem is, Biz is going to have a repel on him, so he's going to be completely immune to damage. And then Lifestealer, at that point, what you want is, I guess, tankability or a Shadow Blade or something. Some sort of way to disengage from the fight, aside from Infest. But, once you go for those sorts of items, then there's really no more point, because you won't be doing any more damage, or at least not as much. So then even if they don't have that immunity up, you won't be incredibly useful. Pushing to the top as well as the mid lane. Rox.Kis is going to go for that bottom tier 2. Y'all still with only 2 points of Edict, going 4-2-4. Very, very interesting. Teleport to the top lane. It is going to be the Omni Knight leading the way with that repel up. Instantly Fiend Script and instantly canceled though. Way too sexy as well as sneaking. Gotta get themselves out of there. Owie's there as well, but everyone's just going to fall back. Mass TP's back. Mass TP's back onto his bottom lane. Way too sexy. Looking for a Nightmare with Biz. Even going to pop a Drum Charge. Moving at 462. You cannot catch this Way too sexy. Not a chance. And Rox.Kis don't even make that trade. They take the tower for free, burn a couple TP scrolls, but they hold on to their tower. And they're just doing a good amount of split pushing. It's not necessarily what you would expect from Rox.Kis' side, but that's really what's happening right now. Team Dignitas, they're trying to get objectives, they're trying to make trades, but Rox.Kis, just with their TPs, just with the amount of power that each hero individually has, Team Dignitas are really scared to take these fights. Even using that Fiend's Grip on the Omni Knight as soon as he came in. Now we'll be able to shut down the Gyrocopter. Really nothing you can do about that except for make sure Way Too Sexy is stunned. Probably why the Leshrac is moving into more split earth. Make it easier to land that stun, you can land it from further away. Now double damage on the Magnus, looking for a reverse polarity target. Everyone from Rox.Kis will defend this bottom tier 2 tower. Leshrac even going to go for a soul booster into a bloodstone. But this gyrocopter is incredibly potent. Way too sexy on the front lines, possibly being a little bit of bait. Yeah, the rest of his team smoked up right behind him. He wants Rox.Kis to engage. And Rox.Kis, are they going to group up for a smoke? Kind of looks like they want to. No, they're not. They're just going to hold on to their tier 2 tower. Gem now is up on bank score, so any wards that were up from Team Dignitas will no longer be up, but really I believe this is the only ward on the Team Dignitas' side. And yeah, once again, this push is thwarted by Dignitas, just going to be content to farm once again. Universe is going to get incredibly stacked, going to go for a Basher? Yeah, I'm going to go for that Basher. I guess that's the only thing that I missed that could go through both Repel as well as Guardian Angel. You don't get any of the damage for it. I don't think. I think the bash is magical damage, I want to say. Or is it like magical on range targets, but physical on... Oh, wait. What am I doing? Basher. 40 damage. Range chance. Or maybe it doesn't do any more damage. What version of Basher am I thinking of? Jesus. Macro Power to try to thin out the creep wave, but Biz on the front lines. Magic Immune as well. Ice Path gonna zone out Dread a little bit. He's taking a bath in the Macro Pyre, but you can see he doesn't care at all. Now he's in the mid lane, probably gonna try to take down tier 2. Will be successful in doing so, although teleportation is coming in as well as fortification. Solo, not gonna be enough to slow down this push from Owie. You might even be careful. The more TPs are gonna be needed. Solo can now get worked upon by the bear. There's the entangle. This bear's gonna do a lot of damage to this Omni Knight. Is he gonna pop the GA? No, but he will. But another entangle, and Solo completely immune to damage, but the GA is running out. But here comes support. It's going to be Yol. Gonna land a stun onto Owie. Edict as well as Lightning. There's the heal bomb onto Owie as well. Owie's gonna try to bail on out of here. Force Staff gonna keep Solo safe, although the burn is not gonna do it with that repel. The bear's gotta be recalled back right now, as he will do so. Owie taking down the tower. Unfortunately not killing off Solo, but he did bring out the Guardian Angel, and now the rest of Dignitas without the bear even can look for a fight. There's the initiation blink into a not a skewer, but just right clicks as well as shockwave, using that Fiend's Grip to kill off the Darks here. Instantly buying back into the game. He's pretty loaded, so he's damn tanky as well. They really need that wall up if they really want to crush Team Dignitas. Otherwise, it's going to be a much closer fight. With no Guardian Angel, no Fiend's Grip on the board, Team Dignitas, this is a good situation for them. Guardian Angel, more team-oriented spell, more devastating spell than that Fiend's Grip. Although they will still have to worry about the gyrocopter just sitting there and right-clicking. Once the Basher comes up on the bear, on the Life Stealer, which it is now up on the Life Stealer. Oh no, Solo. Oh no, you don't want to be here. If he gets bashed, first hit bash? First hit bash? No, one? No, it's not going to happen. Oh, there's a back into a wall. Call down as well. Only get hit onto the Universe as well as Owie. They're going to go straight for Dread. Ice Path making a huge wall, but Fog's going to get picked off. Force Staff forward from Dread. Blink out from Sneaking. Does have the Life Stealer inside of him. And everyone from Rox.Kis looking for blood. Way too sexy. You're going to try. Oh my god, that crit. Goodbye, Bane. It was nice knowing you. And now they're going to go straight for Roshan. 2 on the sidelines. Both supports from Team Dignitas. I mean, all the heavy hitters, all the tanky heroes still up for Team Dignitas, but not going to be nearly enough to kill off this Roshan, especially Medallion with the Edict, only level 2, but that's a pretty cute combo. Biz going to sit there as well with Lifesteal. Shockwave's going to fly, but really, there's not much that Sneaking can do unless he wants to dive on this with an RP. You can catch a couple heroes, but is it really worth it? Because at this point, even the Leshrac on the enemy team, the support Leshrac, has 1500 health, and your Magnus has 1100. So it's only 5-7, and the gold advantage and experience advantage still very, very even. But you just got to feel this momentum for Rox.Kis. They just have items on everyone, and really the Omni Knight, the weakness in his game when you pick up an Omni Knight is his laning phase, and he got through that. Now he's an incredibly useful hero with that repel, with that GA. And Team Dignitas, yes, they do have the RP, but so far Sneaking hasn't really been making good use of that spell. Now push into the mid lane. What has Owie gone for? Does he only have... he has Armlet as well as Radiance. Okay, that's a good amount of farm on him. Push into this mid lane. They really got to get this bear back. He's trying to push up to the top lane. There's a dual breast, shockwave as well. Just trying to kill off the creep wave, but the backdoor protection will not help them here. The other fortification will until they pop it off. They should. They will not. Bear on the front lines though, looking for initiation onto Biz. Demonic Purge immediately. This bear is going to take a ton of damage. It will go down. There's a resummon. There should be a resummon. There is. They really need this. The fortification's still available. Melee Rax is taking some heat. Lifestealer getting completely crushed by the flak cannon. Oh my god, Universe. Watch your face, man. didn't really have a great one to start off with, but still, Biz gonna get entangled, but really this bear is in danger of dying for a second time. Biz, standing on the front lines, does not care. Not a care in the world. Blink RP, they really got to go for it unless they're going to lose their axes. There they go. Gonna go for Yol. Where's the counter initiation from the Omni Knight? Not going to happen. There's reverse polarity only onto Biz. Guardian Angel, though, as well as Repel. This Gyrocopter isn't going to die anytime soon, although, no, the Repel wasn't even on him. He is going to die, but the Aegis is up. Wait, sexy on the run. Sneaking in teleport right back in after getting picked off first. Universe going to go for solo next. Call down is going to happen, as well as another defensive disruption from Vangsquid. Braxes, though, have already fallen. Lifestealer on the run now. Biz just doing the right-click damage. This crit really working wonders for him. Sneaking as well as Way Too Sexy, going to get zoned out by this Gyrocopter. There's another Split Earth on the bear. They're going to lose the bear. Biz taking a lot of damage, but with the flat cannon just finding triple kills, outrunning the tower shots even, he's going to be just fine. Team Dignitas, they just got completely wiped, or pretty much completely wiped. I believe Owie managed to survive, managed to keep his bear alive as well, but they lost mid-Raxes. Rox.Kis got exactly what they came for in Gyrocopter with that Repel, with that Guardian Angel. Even though the Repel wasn't on him first, they used the Aegis, and then they put the Repel on him, and then Gyrocopter just went to town. And really, just having that Omni Knight means that Gyrocopter isn't going to have to spend that, oh, how expensive is it? 1900, 3900 BKB? Is that right? Is that right? Math. 3900. Hell yeah, I am so good at math. 3900 on the BKB. That of course means that he could go for a quicker damage item. That Daedalus, man, really working wonders, especially with that flat cannon. Team Dignitas trying to stay out of range of that, trying to zone them out. Jakiro, well, I would recommend not going for this build as Jakiro. If you're in a pub game and you ran in Jakiro and you're like, what item build should I go on this guy? Well, I saw Fog to go for this one build. No, don't. Unless you're up against a Warlock or an Omni Knight. I believe the idea is to purge off the Repel, but is that really worth it? I don't know. I feel like, I mean, you can't really do anything to someone who's repelled with Guardian Angel on them except for bash them. It's the only thing that is really an option. I mean, Jakiro definitely isn't going to go for that. But a Diffusal Blade, the stats are going to be completely useless. I guess Throw Magi will help a little bit, but the stats are pretty damn useless. He's really just getting it for the Purge. And that's a huge item to be getting for a Purge, whereas what he could be going for right now is a Mech, which would help, or a Pipe, which wouldn't help as much as a Mech, but would also help more than a Diffusal Blade. Fogged, I really just don't even. Top tier 2 tower, Team Dignitas might finally get it. No, they're going to get pushed back by Dread, playing so aggressively. And this is why, because Biz is coming in with a freaking butterfly. There's a vacuum back on sneaking. He can secure himself out. Should have Blink Dagger as well. Way Too Sexy can teleport on out of there. Tier 2 tower still stands. Only tier 2 tower that they have lost was that mid lane to Owie's bear to demolish. Really, this bear. Rox.Kis aren't too scared of this bear. They will have the heal bomb to get rid of that a good chunk of the Spirit Bear, as well as the fact that there is only level 2 Soul Catcher. But really, that's more than enough for Owie's bear to really just get demolished. Not this demolished, but crushed. Now Biz is looking absolutely terrifying. Most gold per minute by far. So many kills. Hasn't died. Although Lifestealer as well as the Lone Druid, I mean, they have a good amount of farm as well, but really just paling in comparison. Even with those Hands of Midas, Biz getting those ancient stacks. Using that flat cannon. Oh my god, look at that damage. Already forcing out magic stick charges. How are we going to teleport right in? Reverse polarity only onto one, however. Guardian Angel, as well as Repel onto Biz, going to stand his ground, use the flat cannon, and completely shred down everyone. Jakiro has already been the first to fall. Yol going to get defensively disrupted once again. Universe cannot get his hands onto anyone. Only Jakiro was the target of that, forcing out the reverse polarity. Oh wait, Rox.Kis still getting kills with the. Wait, what that was with the? That was with the wall illusion? I think that was. Anyway, the tier 2, the Rax are gonna fall. Yol gonna get force staffed out of that entangle. And the curse on the bear, the damage from the Gyrocopter, 700 crit. Bear is down again, and Owie has no resurrection for that bear. This is gonna be Rax's at least. Universe gonna come right back into this fight. Gonna go for Vangsquid. Gonna get a lucky bash. One more hit. No. Gyrocopter with the damage. Simply too much. Lifestealer buys back, but Rax has already been taken, and they're gonna get out completely clean. Well, it's not looking good for Team Dignitas. 5-14 is the score, and now Rox.Kis I mean, even though a little bit ago the advantage was just barely in favor of anyone, now the advantage really showing its true colors, going very, very firmly in the way of Rox.Kis, I believe, at this point, just because of the power of the heroes in this 30-minute range of the game. Gyrocopter incredibly farmed, being supported by the Omni-Knight, which essentially adds another 3,900 onto the Gyrocopter's farm as well. And Gyro does not have the Aegis. It's actually timed out in that push, but hey, if you don't need the Aegis... Wait, no. He did use the Aegis. He did use the Aegis. I remember watching that happen. Yol, even incredibly tanky. 1,400 HP. Lost some HP since last we looked at him, but int treads instead of strength treads will solve all those problems. And now Rox.Kis going to go for the last objective. Slow push down the bot lane. They could even afford to take trade out the tier 2 tower that they have on the top lane in exchange for this. It's really Team Dignitas. Do they have an RP? They do. But is that going to be enough? Because Biz is going to get hit with the GA as well as the repel. Won't be up in another 30 seconds, but I don't know. It's going to be incredibly difficult to bring down this Gyrocopter. There's no true hit onto either the Lone Druid or the Life Stealer. And those items aren't going to be coming up for a very, very long time, if at all. A couple of pokes onto this tower, and it's already down to half HP. They could do this all day long. The mana is available for the Omni-Knight. How many Arcanes? 2 Arcanes. I mean, Omni-Knight still has some mana issues. Yes, GA is up in 5. There we go. GA is now available. Way too sexy. Gotta get that Enfeeble on the Gyrocopter, and you apparently cannot repel that off. Yeah, Enfeeble is one of those spells that just goes through everything. It's like Fiend's Grip. It's kind of ridiculous. Tower on top lane finally taken by Team Dignitas, but Biz on the front lines once again. Even with that minus 120, still doing a lot of damage. 200 damage a pop to everyone with that Black Cannon. There's the Risk Polarity onto 3, as well as the Life Stealer pop-up. 1 gets eventually disrupted, but there's the Fiend's Grip onto Biz. GA not going to hit onto this Gyrocopter, but he's just standing his ground with the Black Cannon, with the Rocket Barrage, and everyone from Team Dignitas is melting to the damage of Biz. And the Universe is the last one, trying to get a kill onto Vangscore. Solo going to blink forward, but it's for body blocking, but Shadow Demon lives at 15 HP. Solo wasn't even necessary because the Black Cannon from Biz taking the Life Stealer out. And there's the GG, guys. 7-18 is the score of Rox.Kis, putting up a very, very strong showing, putting a very intelligent showing. Really, this Omni-Knight pick, knowing that Magnus is going to go to that solo mid position, incredibly smart from them. It's always risky picking up a hero like this, but Rox.Kis, of course, did have the rarely seen hero advantage with this Omni-Knight, and they laned him extraordinarily well. They mitigated his weakness entirely so that they could just skip the weakness area of the Omni-Knight's gameplay and go straight to the strength part. The strength part is the Gyrocopter, who he finally got Diffusal Bladed. There's no repel. Oh, Brain Sap. Gold for Way Too Sexy. Comeback time. It's not going to be comeback time. GG has already been called. I'm just going to speed this through because, well, they're up against Mega Creeps and everyone's leaving. So, leave for fair. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Skype is making me squeak or whatever you call that tone notification, I guess. But anyway, 8-19 in the end. Rox.Kis will take it, and even the score up 1-1 going on to game number 3, guys. GG.